Hey Scorpio, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Scorpio. Happy day. We're in the middle of Gemini season. We are building up to a full moon in Gemini, or not in Gemini, but we're building up to a full moon. And Pluto is currently in retrograde. Pluto in retrograde really highlights places that change is happening or changes need to be made. It's places that we can't really escape. Pluto just went into Aquarius back in November. It's been almost a year now, but it's allowing us to, the changes that we're making, what I'm getting at is like the changes that we're making is actually like good and positive and things that we can plug into a little bit more that we're passionate about, that we want to manifest in our lives, we want to feel fulfilled by, etc. Unfortunately, it means that we have to weed out all the BS, all the things that aren't really working or have not been working for quite some time. And so some of that stuff we're ready to let go of 100%, some of it not so much. Some of it is more of an arduous process, and some stuff has been taking so effing long, right? Like there's just been a lot of learning and growth opportunities in the astrology. Not the most fun energy, but there's a lot of payoff. We forget about that, right? When we put in work, time, energy, effort up front, it really does yield positive, stable, fruitful results, if you will. Gemini or Jupiter is in Gemini. That is directly connected to our abundance, how we see that manifest in our life. And it's just a friendly reminder that things are coming through a little bit differently. Not good, bad, right, or wrong, but we have to adjust. That's why I like to start off the readings with an energy cleansing, just kind of set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. Cleanse out some of those blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come in with something on your heart, on your mind, something that you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. Great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing, wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're just looking for more of a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're grounded in self, when we're taking care of ourselves, honoring, nurturing, supporting ourselves, that's really where we're manifesting happiness, abundance, fulfillment from. We can't be disconnected. If we're disconnected, things fall flat, and we don't deserve that, right? We deserve to live the best life. I'm a huge proponent of that, and I would love to help support that for you in whatever way possible. All the info, Scorpio, to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love. All right. Okay. All right, Scorpio. So, your energy feels good. You feel hopeful. That's what I'm picking up. Like there's this sense of like anticipation, anticipation, excitement, something's on the horizon, or you feel like something's right around the corner. Maybe even like carrying a little bit of freedom with it as well. Like you're finally free, or you're finally letting go of something that feels like it's been heavy. It's been heavy and it's kind of taken a long time to get here. I love this. You're setting boundaries, and like sacred boundaries. Not saying that in a cheeseball type way or cliche, but really it's like when we honor, when we protect our heart, our mind, our soul, when we actually give that respect to ourselves first, right? That's when we are I don't want to say forcing, but like requiring other people to connect with us in the same way, with the same type of respect. And I think this is new for you. It's new for you. I feel like this has been something that either like you learn to kind of keep yourself small or, kind of stay in the background, be seen but not heard. It has that kind of energy around it, or maybe that's just how you feel in a certain situation dynamic, like you can't really let your full self come out. Spirit's saying it's okay to start, right? Dipping your toe in the water, so to speak. I feel like you haven't really had a lot of support around you. I feel like you've had to be very self-reliant. And in a situation that was pretty difficult because these boundaries or that you've had to set, that you're continuing to set, have not been easy at all. And I feel like Spirit is asking you to start to re-engage with people, places, and things. Start to give of yourself. You're ready to open up a little bit more. Maybe you've spent a long time being closed off because of some of the pain that has come your way. There's still something that's, and this is probably in part where I'm seeing the hesitancy. There's still something that's kind of lying in wait underneath the surface. And I feel like you kind of aren't really focused on that. Like you're focused on like, okay, what's ahead, making plans, or finding ways to readjust your own life based on the boundaries that you've set. Maybe you have to change up people that you're interacting with, friends who you're hanging out with, who you're engaging with, etc. The way you're engaging, what you're doing, your habits. So communication comes out, Page of Swords. I feel like some of this is a work in progress. Like I said, but it's interesting because your energy feels more hopeful for what is on the horizon. But what I do want to lay caution to is we're getting this Rage card. This has actually popped up for us a lot throughout the zodiac readings this week. And this is also, can definitely happen when we're in a lot of change, right? We can miss out on certain things, get distracted, etc. And if we're not healing, if we're not managing ourselves, then it can pop up, right? So, okay. So you've kind of, this makes a lot of sense. You feel really powerful this week. You feel really good. You're dealing with something that I feel like is they're kind of being shut down. Maybe you're giving the upper hand in a situation, in a dynamic, and it looks like you have some energy coming in that's like really good. I think actually, now that I'm seeing this, I think this rage does affect you. I think it does provoke you. It does trigger you. But I feel like this is actually you dealing with someone else's rage. Interestingly enough, as the astrology is moving on this week, things are getting a little bit more tense. So, and we've kind of been seeing these pop-ups of the fire element with the air element. So it's that value of like air fans the flame, and it's only going to get bigger. And especially if someone's not managing themselves, it's going to come out in a lot of anger, tension, rage, frustration. Be mindful of that, not only within yourself, but also if you have been dealing with someone who's difficult or sneaky around you. This is someone who's not willing to work together at all, unfortunately. Actually, they might even be saying that on the surface. And maybe you're accepting this beginning of the week or initially because it looks kind of good, or maybe what they're offering is a little bit more than what they've been offering in the past. They're giving something, but it just, I don't know, it kind of has this energy of like, I don't really agree with what you're saying, or a little bit of pushback, putting you down a little bit, etc. This could even be someone who's just lying left and right. Like you can't even know what the truth is because they're just drowning in lies. And whatever, I see that you're not really so concerned about them. If anything, you're connecting with things that are bringing in new opportunities. You're showing up as the 9 of Cups, which is super powerful. That's like you just like, I'm good, I'm happy, I'm getting what I want, and good for me, you know? And it's being confirmed with this Wheel of Fortune. So really positive energy. And I feel like someone's coming in. I honestly, maybe you even have someone coming in. Let's see who this King of Pentacles is, to divulge some information to you about this shady energy. Fresh start. Yeah, this is someone who is like gonna right their wrongs. I think this is a really humbling thing. Maybe you do have to address some messy situations where things just got heated and there was fighting, arguments, things got said, etc. But it, you know, because you are looking like, I don't know, it looks like someone's coming towards you and like trying to make amends in a way. Like I said, it's not necessarily an easy thing for them to do. And they might be a little like awkward about it as well, but they're doing their best to put, you know, they're doing their best to like put a good hand forward. I don't know if that's the right saying, but you know, they're trying. So give them credit in that way. But there's going to be a lot of, how does this play out with this person? It's going to bring a lot of clarity around this shady energy over here, because we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up with the King of Cups, Page of Cups. So someone is really frustrated with how things are going. It looks like whomever, because we have the King, Queen of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles is divulging information about this Queen of Pentacles to you. Someone helping someone else out. And I don't think things have gone very well. It doesn't look like that. And here's the thing. I do think, Scorpio, that you kind of you're in this position to understand a little bit more and maybe give in a different way than that you haven't been able to in the past. Maybe there's a lot of growth involved in this dynamic. It's not easy growth. It's growth that forces us to kind of humble ourselves and say, you know what, like, let's figure out a way to move through this. Agree to disagree, whatever that means, right? That can manifest. I mean, obviously, never sell yourself short. I'm not a proponent of that. Don't be a doormat. But at the same time, also be mindful about where you're headed. Like, what I think Spirit's asking you to get really clear on your true north. Have some compassion. Maybe there is someone or something that you have to be a little bit more sensitive to. It might be easy to say F you, or you intended to do this, or whatever. But in reality, maybe it's not so, right? Because this compass has little hearts all around it. And I'm getting this energy of like, yeah, sometimes we can see things from a very surface perspective and take it personally, or whatever, or assume or judge or whatever that is. But in reality, it does look like this person is coming to you in humility to give you information to help you understand. And it's giving you an opportunity to be more compassionate towards a person, a group of people, more understanding. You still have your boundaries. This is still about protecting yourself, not letting someone kind of bamboozle you, but this is a wish fulfillment at the same time. I really like this, the fireflies. It's magical. It's when we are in those spaces that like we don't expect something to happen, but it finally does. It's the dawn of a new day. And I feel like this is something that your heart has needed. Maybe that's kind of the energy I was picking up at the very beginning. You can kind of feel this coming in or coming to a head. Yeah, super magical, Scorpio. It's been hard to move through this 100%. I think there's been a lot of people, a lot of dynamics, a lot of noise, etc. And it's really hard to understand and see who is what and what is what when there's so many things feeding into. But ultimately, listen to your heart. Trust your instincts. Even if on the surface, you've had really strong boundaries with someone, something, maybe give them an opportunity. Listen to what they have to say. You do have some shady energy around you. It looks like there's multiple people involved, so be mindful. It's like one person's going to support you, the other person's just trying to be manipulative. And a lot of this is about recognizing, who's who and what's what. All right, Scorpio, thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I super appreciate all the love, all the support you bring to the channel. Know it blesses my heart, and I'm sending love and blessings back your way.